Hey guys, welcome back and what the fuck? Oh my god, it's a zit! Today I wanted to talk about anger management. I know that everybody gets angry. I get angry, you get angry. We all get angry at something for some reason. Let's talk about is that understanding of why we get angry and why I get angry. Now for me, I'm more of a passive-aggressive type of person. I really try as hard as I can to fray away from conflict because, to be honest, like when I get really angry, I don't think at all. My mind shuts down and I just can't, I can't argue with anybody. I can't bring the words that I need to the argument. And it's always that case of after you've finished, you're like, oh, I should have said that. Damn, I would have won. But it's never the case with me. Growing up, I was bullied quite a bit and I lost my temper like this instantly. And I just went in a mad rampage and that just caused people to bully me even more. I'll never forget the day my brother actually taught me. He said to me, Devon, sometimes you just need to laugh at yourself. So that was a very important lesson for me, and I don't know why, but from that day on, I became super patient. I took it all in and I tried to divulge this sort of situation and try and understand the situation. And I think nowadays, I still don't get angry very quickly. I was thinking about it today. It's like, why do I get angry about certain things? Why does anybody get angry about certain things? And my theory in all of this really came down to the fact that it's all about understanding. And this is, for me, maybe it's different from you, but when I'm looking at a situation or somebody said something or something hasn't gone my way and I get upset about it, the reason I'm getting upset is mostly because I don't understand the thinking behind it. And when I don't understand what that person is doing or the situation that's presented to me, if it doesn't make sense to me, I can't process it properly, and it frustrates me and it gets me angry because I don't have that understanding to go forward and say, okay, cool, this is how it should work, or this is what should happen. So, it's not necessarily anybody being offensive to you, or maybe it is somebody who's being offensive to you, but then you don't understand why they're being offensive to you. Have you done something wrong? Is it something are they just being dicks like that anyway? I wanted to take it back, and then I think that's how people really need to learn to become patient and sort of take a situation before lashing out and before acting emotionally. We should take a situation first and say, okay, let's take this apart and see what's going on here. And I think that conflict resolution will help a lot of people in taking out a situation. And what often tends to happen is you get into an argument, it's a heated argument, it's this massive debate, and things are said that aren't necessarily meant, and then you can't really take it back, and then you just sort of like dig yourself a bigger hole, and then all of a sudden that understanding comes to you straight away in the middle of a heated argument, and now you're incredibly embarrassed, but you don't want to back down, so you just make it worse for yourself. So that's why I always, for me, that's why I always take a step back and say, okay, before I get too angry, I'm just gonna step back and I'm gonna look at the whole situation and say, okay, I don't understand this, I don't understand that, and then approach the person or that situation with these sort of questions and say, okay, tell me about this part, tell me about that part, so that I can understand for myself and come to that resolution so that we can move forward. And I've worked it a lot of times, I've sort of needed to do that. Otherwise, things just get crazy and nothing gets resolved. Talking is the most important thing that people can do, and nobody does it enough. Lesson my dad taught me as well. I had huge fights with my friends, and I got so angry once I put my fist through a glass window. I was so mad, and I didn't know what to do. And my dad, he took me by the scruff of my neck and he put me in the car and he drove to my friend's house and he says, talk to your friend, sort it out. And that was the best thing he ever did, because sort it out there and then, me and my friend, we came to an understanding and we understood why we were angry, and you clear that conflict and things can continue. I just don't think that people do that enough anymore. People are just so quick to just lash out at each other because they're frustrated or they don't understand the situation. They don't understand why you don't understand what they're saying, and it's all so confusing. And why can't anybody just understand? Why can't we just live in the matrix where we just link up and just things just magically work. That was my little thought of the day. I don't know if it's something that you would actually relate to. You know, maybe you guys get angry. Maybe you can argue when you're super angry, and you're like this. You're like a lawyer who has all the facts and everything's right in front of you. Have you ever get into a situation? Have you actually taken the time to sit back and understand a situation before you lash out at somebody? Tell me in the comments below. Like this video if you agree with me or what I said. Maybe there are other ways to resolve anger management, as it were. I'm no psychiatrist. This is just my opinion on how it all goes. Love your faces. Stay awesome. And keep watching. Cheers.